Merhabalar herkese. Hepiniz IEFTalks Webinarları'na hoş geldiniz. Bugün University of Southern Denmark'ta işletme, ekonomi ve mühendislik programları hakkında öğrenmeniz gereken tüm detayları Julia'dan dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı soru cevap bölümünden yönlendirmeyi unutmayın. Yes, Julia, the stage is yours.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Yulia Tinyakova. I work at the University of Southern Denmark, and I'm happy to welcome you all to this webinar. And I will be happy sharing some information about the University of Southern Denmark, about Denmark in general, about culture, about the educational system, as well as how to apply to become a student at the University of Southern Denmark. I have a presentation for you, so I'll just share my screen so that you can follow. All right. So yeah, welcome to the University of Southern Denmark. As I've just said, my name is Julia. Here is my email address. If someone wants to contact me after the webinar, you're most welcome to do so. I also share the link to the application site, and I can also send it to you afterwards. So I don't know how many of you have already been to Denmark and know about Denmark. So I would like to share some information with you. Denmark is a very little country, especially compared to Turkey. The population is around 6 million people only totally in the country. I know that Istanbul is much larger a city than the whole Denmark is. So you can imagine it's not that crowded. So, and nearly 1 million of people are internationals. So coming to Denmark, you will not be the only international person. In Denmark, we have a lot of researchers, a lot of workers, a lot of students who are coming from other countries than Denmark. I myself international as well. I moved to Denmark 20 years ago from Russia, and to study at the University of Southern Denmark. And I've got a job and I stayed, and I'm very happy about my choice at that time. Yeah, Denmark is in the European Union, but we are not in the Eurozone, so we don't use euros as many of the other European countries, but we have Danish crown instead. Denmark is very flat. So coming from Turkey and from Istanbul especially, you will be very surprised. It's very flat. There are no high hills. Like the highest point in Denmark is 170 meters. That's like the totally high. And so meaning that a lot of people, they use bikes while commuting in Denmark in the cities. It's very safe and it's very convenient and it's not hard to bike because there are no hills. Well, the biggest interests in Denmark are energy, engineering, and high tech. We don't have that many natural resources, so given that, we try to concentrate on sustainability, on engineering and energy, and creating some things. Famous companies you might know from Denmark are Novo Nordisk. It's the pharmacy company you might have heard of. Vestas working with renewable energy, Pandora Jewelry, Carlsberg Beers, and Lego. So some fun facts for you about Denmark and Danish people. We don't have the word for please, but people are very polite nevertheless. And what they do, they use some other words to like, can you be so kind to do that? But we don't have the word for please. In Denmark, we have a world's oldest flag. You can see it in the pictures. And the Danes are very proud of their flags. You can be, I know the Turks as well. I can see a lot of Turkish flags while visiting in Turkey, and you can see exactly the same in Denmark. You can see flags all over the places. And also if we have a birthday, as you can see here on the picture, we put the small Danish flags in the cakes, for example. You might know a word, hygge. This is a Danish word which we use all the time and which is in the English dictionaries already. The word means a nice feeling of coziness and togetherness. For example, you can have some candlelights and have a tea together. It's hygge. You can see a film together with your friends. It's also hygge. Or you can have a picnic. So it's a kind of nice word, and it's a very Danish thing to do. In Denmark, we have an unofficial Danish law called Janteloven, which is and we use it all the time. It's very much in the Danish identity. It's very much in the Danish mentality. No one is better than anyone else. Meaning that coming to Denmark and to the university, you will experience all the time going to the professor's office. We only use the first names. We never say Professor Mikkelsen, for example. We always say, hi, John, even though it's a professor. So yeah, it's very non-formal, very unofficial. People are very much equal. The same goes with the kids. The same goes with everyone else. Also because when you get also the salaries in Denmark, they're pretty much equal. I'll talk later about that as well. Everyone knows Lego, but maybe not everyone knows that Lego was invented by a Danish person, and Lego is a Danish company, very close to 3 of our campuses. So Lego in Danish means leg godt, coming from the Danish word leg godt, which means play well. So Lego is a Danish company which still exists and everyone knows, and of course Legoland is very close to one of our campuses. It's in the same city. And we have a lot of strange and weird traditions. For example, singles are doused with cinnamon on the 25th birthday. So if you're single in Denmark, expect that. All right, so a couple of words about Danish culture. The quality of life is quite high. It is very, very safe and very inclusive. People here, they don't judge you on your appearances, clothes, or where you come from. You see all kind of people everywhere, and they're all very equal. We have social welfare system in Denmark, which is quite good, meaning that, for example, schools are for free. A lot of the hospitals are for free. Coming to Denmark, everyone gets a social security number, and all the services that any Dane can get in Denmark, you will get access to that as well. For example, I hope not, but if you get ill or sick, for example, access to doctor, operations, everything will be available for you as well. It's very green and sustainable. You can easily drink water from the tap. We use a lot of the energy. We look into the waste and how we reuse the waste afterwards, and it's coming from the kindergarten, and you can see it all over the place also at the university. We have a lot of programs also looking into the sustainability as well. I'll talk about it as well. We have very strong economy, and what I mentioned before, in Denmark, doesn't matter who you are in your profession, you still get the same standard of life. Just to give you an example, if you, for example, work as a work at the factory, you can still have a good house, and you can still go on holidays, and maybe your neighbor is a professor in law, but still your standard of living will be more or less the same. And then what I mentioned as well, hygge culture, you'll see it all the time, and it's very important in Denmark that there is place to have fun, there is place to meet with friends, to work. So you don't see anyone at work after 4 o'clock in the afternoon. No students, no professors, nothing happening at the university after 4 in the afternoon, because there should be place to do something else, maybe to have free time job, maybe to go join the club, do sports, meet with the friends. This is what Danes very much go up in, and they would like to have this free time. Like now it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon and in Denmark, and all my colleagues are left for home. It's because it's the working day is over. All right, just a couple of words about Danish university educational system in general. In Denmark, we work a lot with critical skills. That's the most important. It's not important how well you can read and retell the same text. It's important that you read, understand the text, and then you can critically talk about it. You can tell your own meaning about the text that you read. We train it with the kids from the end school, and of course at the university level it is expected that that you can not only just read and understand the text, but you can actually also form your own opinion on the text. We praise informal dialogue a lot, meaning that what I've mentioned to you just before, that we really encourage students to approach the professors. We really encourage them to participate in the classroom. We have open door policy in Denmark, meaning that you can always approach your professor in the office hours and pass by the office. Administrative personnel, professors, researchers, labs. It's very much appreciated in Denmark, and it's totally normal to do that. We do a lot of interactive learning. For example, in the business studies, they look into the real case businesses. Businesses come on campus and present their cases. When the students get to work with the real cases, professors as well, they approach the businesses to ask for those cases. The same with those working with engineering. They have very well-equipped labs, and they can actually do stuff, develop stuff. We have also the whole entrepreneurship lab at the university, where the students of all kind of educational of all kind of educations can try out to create their own company, whether it's an engineering company or some business company or whatever it might be. There is a possibility to be placed on campus and develop something. It's very project-based, the same as I mentioned before. There are a lot of projects, there are a lot of group work, where you have a lot of real cases. We have also case competitions, of course, for the companies in the region. And of course, University of Southern Denmark, we are a research-based university, meaning that we only teach in what we do the research in. We are not even allowed to teach in something where we don't have the researchers at. I would like to give you one example. We have a program called Market and Management Anthropology, working on the consumer behavior. The reason why we have that program, it's the only program in the world, is because we have world's strongest research group on consumer behavior. The same goes, for example, for environmental issues and sustainability. We have a very strong research group in environmental research. And the same goes for robotics. Odense is one of the best places in the world to study and to work if you're interested in robotics. All right, let me talk a little bit about the University of Southern Denmark itself. It's a very young university, established in 1966. We are in top 50 young universities in the world, which is quite cool. Of course, if we look into the rankings of all the universities, not only the young ones, depending on which ranking you look into, we are between 280 to 320. Well, we are quite a big university, one of the biggest one. We have more than 20,000 students. We have 5 faculties. The Faculty of Engineering, the Faculty of Medicine, Health, Faculty of Sciences, Faculty of Humanities, and Faculty of Business and Social Sciences. We have 115 study programs, and many of the programs are in English. We are present in the whole country. The main campus is in Odense. I'll talk a little bit more about it, which is 1 hour away from Copenhagen. And we have also a campus which is just on the border with Germany, meaning that University of Southern Denmark covers pretty much the whole country. At the University of Southern Denmark, we are proud of having guaranteed housing, meaning that if you apply within the deadline, you are sure to have a housing option from the University of Southern Denmark. Of course, you still pay for it, but you don't need to enter housing market yourself to find out where you are going to live. We will help you out with that. There is a free education for if you are having an EU passport. I know that some of you might have it. And if you don't, there are still very competitive tuition fees compared to other countries like US or UK. All right, let me talk a little bit about the campuses. Here the picture, you can see campus Odense. Yes, it's a huge campus. It's the biggest campus in the whole country. All the buildings that you see from the top, they're interconnected. So you can actually, without like going out of the university, you can go from the main entrance through the whole university city almost. The main corridor is 1 kilometer long, and then you have a lot of halls. There are 3 tram stops running through from the campus, so you can imagine it's quite huge. The university hospital is also moving on campus, and once it's done, it will be one of the biggest buildings in Europe under the same roof. It's quite fascinating being there. It's very international. It's totally huge. Very easy accessible through from the city. It takes just 20 minutes on the tram from the city center. We have housing accommodation just on campus as well as we have a lot of other accommodations in the city. We have like a dormitory for internationals. We have mixed dormitories. We have options for staying in the host family as well. So there are a lot of options where you want to stay in the city. And with the tram, it's so easy to get to the campus if you don't want to bike, but otherwise a lot of students, they do bike. Yeah, and as you can see on the this map, the red dot is Odense, and the black dot, the furthest black dot is Copenhagen. It takes 1 hour 10 minutes in the fast train to get to Odense from Copenhagen. All right, let me tell you a couple of words about the programs that we offer on that campus. On the bachelor's, we just have a single program in market and management anthropology. This is a bachelor program of 3 years length, looking into consumer behavior and business options. How do people think in different cultures and different cultural settings when they buy, for example. So it's quite interesting. They're combining consumer behavior, business studies, and anthropology in it. And we have lots and lots master programs on that campus. Most of the master programs on that campus are in English. So we have master programs within business, economics, political sciences, robotics, engineering, a lot in engineering, and natural sciences and humanities. I list a couple of examples, but there are many more than they are listed here. So yeah, economics, population studies, this is a demography program, international security and law, a lot of profiles in business and administration, like brand management or business accounting or finances, human resource management. So a lot of profiles there, around 20 profiles. Then we have chemical engineering and biotechnology, software engineering, robot systems, mathematics, chemistry, computer sciences, etc. So a lot of programs on that campus are taught in English, especially on the master degree level. And then let me tell you a couple of words about next campus, Kolding. Kolding is just 40 minutes away from the first campus, Odense, meaning that it's around 2 hours away from Copenhagen. So Kolding, at the first, I would like to tell that Kolding campus, so you can see it on the picture up, is actually won a lot of prizes in architecture. It's one of the finest buildings in the world, in fact, as an architectural heritage, even though it's quite new, it's from 2014. And inside a lot of light, a lot of nice facilities for the students here. And at this campus, we offer only master programs, and we focus a lot on data on that campus. So we teach in data-driven business development within the economics and business administration. Then we also have data science program, web communication design, and product design. The reason why we also have design is that Kolding is very famous place for the design school, and we collaborate a lot with the design school. It's just next door. Then let me introduce to campus Sonneborg. Sonneborg is just on the border with Germany. As you can see, the campus is amazing. It's just on the sea. You can literally dip your feet in the sea while being on campus. It's very, very light, a lot of trees inside. It's all glass. It's very modern. It's very nice. It's not big. We have around 3,000 students on campus, and pretty much everyone knows each other. We only teach in English on that campus, and given that actually the international student population on that campus is 80%. So 80% of students on that campus and teachers will be internationals and not Dane. So you can imagine that you will meet a lot of different people. I think the last statistics told that there were 44 different nationalities on that campus. We will teach a lot of bachelor programs on that campus. And just to give you some examples, European Studies is a political sciences program. Then Global Business Relationship is a classical business program. And we have a lot of programs in engineering, like Bachelor of Engineering in Electronics, Mechanical Engineering, Mechatronics. We also have Bachelor of Sciences in Electronics, Engineering, and Innovation and Business, Mechatronics, etc. So there are so many, there are even more than that. We have, I think, up to 10 engineering programs on that campus. The reason why we focus so much on engineering here, we have very big businesses who are interested in engineering students. We even have first job guarantee for engineering students. So when you graduate, you're guaranteed a half-a-year job at one of the companies, and you can work then, and you can decide whether you would like to stay or you would like to continue studies or what you want. Also from 2026, we will introduce a new master degree program, which will be just 1 year program, master degree program in global supply chain management. All right, next campus goes on, it's Esbjerg. Esbjerg is just on the sea, a very new campus, just 3 years old. Not a big campus either. As it is given its location, they look a lot into the renewable energy, and the programs which are offered there are, for example, sustainability management, environment resource management, and we also teach in sports and event management, marketing, social media, and digitalization, as well as public health. We have a very nice combination of international students and local students, Danish students. Also in the program of environmental resource management, we offer a so-called double degree program. Everyone can apply for it. The double degree program means that you have the first year in Denmark, and then you move for 1 year to Italy. And when you're done with your program, you can actually acquire 2 diplomas. Yeah, that's very nice, and that makes you eligible for 2 job markets afterwards. All right, and then I would like to tell you something new, who not many people know yet. We are, SDU opens a brand new campus, will be a brand new building, everything will be very nice in Vejle. Vejle, it's a town close to Kolding, one of the campuses I've just shown, and very, very close to Lego company, Legoland, and the Lego house. The reason for that is that Lego Group is one of the investors of the campus, and what they would like us to develop is to develop 8 new international programs in IT education, because there is a need for people with this background. So we are starting with the bachelor programs in computer science, software development, artificial intelligence, and interactive technology engineering. And these 4 programs we also introduce on the master level afterwards. So from 2026 already, it will be possible to also to study one of those 4 new bachelor programs, and we will recruit the first students for these programs already from this autumn, and then they will start in fall 2026. All right, I guess many of you, and probably especially your parents, are interested to know how does this fairy tale cost? And it does cost something. The good news is, if some of you have EU passport, you don't pay anything at all to study in Denmark. It's all for free. There are no additional costs. If you don't have an EU passport, then there are tuition fees. And it will depend which kind of program you have. The level of tuition will depend on that. For example, the Faculty of Business and Social Sciences, so all the business programs and political science program, will cost for one semester of 4,250 euros, meaning that it's 8,500 for the whole academic year. And it's the same price for the master level as well. So 8,500 for 1 year. And just going back to the business, unfortunately, we don't have any scholarships for the business students. Then if we go into the Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Sciences, it's more expensive. And the reason why it is more expensive is because you will use a lot of equipment, will use a lot of labs, so that it's quite important to finance that. And the price is between 6,400 to 7,500 euro per semester. When this is said, I know that for some programs, graduate programs in engineering, they do offer some scholarships. It's not necessary to apply for that. Everyone applying for the master degree programs will be taken into consideration for the scholarships. And there are both 50% scholarships and also 100% scholarships. All right. So what is nice to know in the application process, the deadlines of application for the bachelor programs, it's always the same time of the year. It's 15th of March at 12 noon Danish time. So for the intake for this September, unfortunately, the deadline is already gone. So you will have to apply next year, but until the 15th of March. It's important to tell that you don't need to be graduated from your high school in order to apply, meaning that you can apply and then we will wait for your final diplomas until you get it. So it's quite easy. Also, I know that a lot of students ask, what about different requirements? There are different requirements in different programs according to like math or history or some other classes, but we do also have an entry examination for all the bachelor students. So you will be invited for it. It is online. It's 2 hours multiple choice test, and it is online, so it's quite easy to take. And I know many of you probably study at IB programs, and normally IB students don't have any program problems in passing it, as well as other students as well. All right. If you're applying for the master programs, then we have 2 deadlines for some of the programs, and for some of the programs, just 1 deadline, depending on how many study starts intakes they have. So we have February 1st for all the programs in the masters. This is for study start on September 1st. Or we have a deadline of September 1st for those of you who are starting on the February 1st. So half a year before. All right. As I mentioned, there are specific requirements for each program. And for the master's programs, you have to have also English language certificate, and you have to upload it at the time of the application. It also, for the bachelor's program, you don't need to upload your English language certificate at the time of the application. You can do it afterwards. All right. Yes, and then a nice to know thing, you have to apply for housing before even you know the result of your application, because you don't need to pay anything for it. It's just a way for us to know how many people might need housing so that we start preparing in a good time. All right, just a couple of words to summarize what I've just told. Principles of education at the University of Southern Denmark. Students together with teachers and fellow students SDU are part of the budding learning community characterized by mutual respect, openness, and commitment. This is what you see in all the classrooms, in all the teaching, in all the research sessions as well. And there is a course design focuses on coherence between the different learning activities. SDU strengths, just for you to know why to choose SDU and not another institution. There are no tuition fees for EU citizens, and there are scholarship options. It's internationally renowned research centers in a lot of fields. We have very strong industry links. We do work a lot with sustainability and social impact, and we are committed to our student success. We are very internationally focused. We have 60 and even more from next year, or over 60 programs in English. We have around 300 partner universities, 300 plus 100 partner universities, where you can go on the study abroad or internship abroad. And we have 4,000 international students, alumni annually. And just to give you some examples of what kind of companies we work with in our career services, work with Lego, of course, it's with Carlsberg, in Cartier, Amazon, etc. We have a lot of company fairs, we have SDU business school days, and a lot of career events, both at all our campuses, but also at the municipalities. Well, student life is very international. It's the campus environment are very nice in all the cities. There is an extensive student support. We offer housing. We help the students to prepare to examination and also tell how the examination are organized with formalities, etc. There are on-campus services. For example, all our campuses are open 24/7, as well as library. We have a pool at the main campus. We have gym, IT assistants, cafeterias, canteens, etc. And it's very nice to be a student here. We have a lot of festivals in towns, and on campus we have a huge student party in the beginning of semester. It's one of the biggest festivals in the whole Denmark for the students. So to sum up, SDU is committed to student success and societal impact. It's very important for us that students have very nice experience studying at SDU, but also have the possibility to find a job afterwards. It is a platform for launching a global career, meaning that, of course, you can stay and work in Denmark, and we are very happy about it, but also you can also have a global career afterwards. Talking about the careers, I would like to mention that when you apply to have a residence permit in Denmark, you get a residence permit for the period of time that you study, and afterwards you can actually extend it for 3 additional years in order to work or to find a job, which is quite nice for you to know and give less stress that you have some time to find a job afterwards and you don't have to leave once you're finished, once you graduated. And it's a vibrant, diverse, and fun study environment. Being at SDU, it's very international. We have a lot of activities for the students. We have so many activities that students sometimes don't know what to choose, and we have difficulties in recruiting students for all the activities that we offer. And you can, of course, learn more about our online through our online events. I refer here to the website where you can see the where a lot of videos from former students. You can see, for example, this May we have information meetings for all our programs, so you can join for half an hour to learn more about each and single program. And you can also meet international students online to ask your question: how was it to move to Denmark? How is it to study at the University of Southern Denmark? And thank you, and I hope you have some questions to me. I can see there are some Q&A questions, so I'll just read them through. Okay, what is the typical class size in this program? Well, it will depend on the program. I know that the engineering and sciences program, they have very limited, like not that many people in each of the rooms because of the lab work. So that will mean that maybe 15 in the classroom. And then we have some of the big lectures for the business programs. It will be, sometimes we gather like 100 or 200 people. And then when they specialize in different tracks, then there will be again like 30 people in the program. So it will vary from like 15, 20 people to 50 people. All right, just give me a second to read through. Okay, sorry. What are the main strengths of the University of Southern Denmark in terms of international student support? All right, yes. So when the students apply to the University of Southern Denmark, we start to we help students to get a residence permit, meaning that, for example, we start the application for the residence permit, and then the students continue to do that. We are always in contact with the students, and we help them through this process. Then during the admission process, it's also possible both to get in contact with the admission office to have your questions answered, as well as I'm available for questions, etc. Our accommodation office, they help a lot finding accommodation, and as I mentioned, students are guaranteed accommodation. When the students arrive to campus, we also do a orientation program, meaning that you'll get introduced to the university systems, IT system, where to find things, where to get help. Everything is included there, as well as social support, like connecting to other students. We do both the orientation, like for all the international students, but also for the single programs. So there will be a lot of orientation activities on campus. We also do that we invite local authorities on campus, and we book all the necessary local authorities for the students, so they don't need to go through the whole town finding the relevant offices to get everything done in order to move to Denmark in a proper way. Denmark is very digital, so a lot of things are done online, but also we in where you need to meet in person, we help students with that as well. All right, how does SDU support students in finding jobs after graduation? Yes, what we do, we encourage students already when they are in the study programs to start participating in the job fairs. And in order to make sure that the job fairs are effective for the students, we have a very strong career center who helps students to form the CV in the way that Danes are normally are used to see it. So we have been building up the CV, and we help students according to their strengths. We help them to what to like, what kind of competences you want to show in your CV. We have a lot of dialogues with the students, asking them what are you good at, and then we help them forming that CV. All these services are for free at the University of Southern Denmark, so we do help through the 2 years of their or 3 years of education and we train them in going for the interviews, doing the CV, and talking at the job fairs with possible companies. After the graduation, I would say, and as our career center would say, it's a little too late to start thinking about that. It's important that to start this process while you're at SDU, while you have access to all the career guidance. But if you would like to stay and after the graduation and start working there, we also, the Odense municipality, for example, they would also like to have academics working and staying in Denmark. So we connect students to the companies also after the graduation through the municipalities. And actually, the municipality is one of the people working and helping students in jobs. She's from Turkey. Are engineering courses more project-based or lecture-based? They are very much project-based. So we have a lot of labs, and you have hands-on and working in the labs on your project. So you've got, of course, the theoretical stuff, but you work out all your projects. Yes, and it's possible, like the link that I provided before, I will send it to the organizers. It is possible to get connected to the students and ask them directly how much project, how much lecture did you have in different courses. It's also possible to see the schedules online for all the courses that we have. All right. Are there student clubs or organizations that international students can join? Oh yes, it is very. It's a part of Danish culture to have a lot of clubs and get that participate in different organizations. So it's definitely possible. We do the organizations fair in the beginning of semester. There are also the municipalities organize this kind of fairs as well. So it is absolutely possible to have to take part in any kind of organization and clubs, everything from sport clubs to different student organizations. It's quite easy, and it's very popular and very well spread in Denmark. We even have a saying in Danish: when two Danes meet, they make a club. So it makes sense in the way that a lot of Danes are participating in the club and organizations. How diverse is the student population in terms of nationalities? It is indeed very diverse. It will probably depend on the campus. For example, looking into the campus, which is very close to our German border, there will be like 80% of students are internationals, and around 45 nationalities are present on campus. As for the biggest campus, Odense, where we have around 20,000 students, I will say 30% of students will be international, and you'll see all kind of, you hear all kind of languages, and it's very, very diverse indeed. The next question is, what kind of cultural events or festivals take place on campus or in the city? We are on campus Odense, which is the biggest campus city that we have. We have really many festivals. It's a festival city indeed. Like in June, we have a big music festival where people from all over Denmark come to attend. We have a big student festival in the beginning of the semester, during the first week of the semester. It's indeed huge, and several thousand students take part in it. It's a 2 days festival. Then again, we have an annual party at the university. And our university main campus is, as I showed on the picture in the beginning, it's almost 1 kilometer long. And we put long tables, and both people who work at the university as well as students. They have it's a gala party, so they have very nice clothes on, and everyone sits and dine together. And then we have a lot of DJs and musicians coming and entertaining the guests. So it's a huge party, and normally some of the people from the royal family are coming to attend as well. Moving on to the next question. How does SDU support students in finding jobs after graduation? This is the question I've just mentioned. Yeah, so it's we do have student fairs, as well as our local municipalities help in finding the students jobs, and also jobs after the graduation. All right, how does SDU help international students to integrate into Danish culture? Well, not only SDU, but the municipalities as well do help. They help in the way that everyone who comes to Denmark are offered Danish classes for free. So you can join 2 times per week, quite nice classes where you have the possibility to learn Danish, and it helps a lot, even though literally everyone in Denmark speaks English. Still, It's very nice to know Danish. It helps finding jobs, absolutely. As well as we encourage students to participate in organizations and clubs, because this is what the Danes do as well. And this is the way it is possible to integrate in the Danish culture. We do have a lot of events where we connect Danish students and international students, as well as when our professors do group work, they put Danish students and international students together, and we do indeed do a lot of group work in the classes. All right, what is the cost of living like in the cities where SDU campuses are located? That's a very good question. I didn't cover it in the presentation. Thank you for that one. So we did some interviews and research among our international students last year, and the total cost of living, covering like everything from accommodation, internet, books, entertainment, cafe, food, everything is around 800 euros per month. So many people think that Denmark is a very expensive country. But the reality is that it's actually quite affordable when you're a student, because you have special rates on accommodation, as well as if you cook at home but not going to the restaurants to eat, it's quite affordable to live in Denmark. All right, I have a little a long question. I will read it aloud. Could you please let me know the requirements for admission to mechanical engineering for an IB student especially? What is the expected overall IB score? How many high-level courses are required? And what is the minimum required scores for the courses? All right, this is very specific question, so I would encourage you to write me an email, and I will connect you to my colleague who are working with that program. But generally speaking, you can also, at the first place, you can also go to the mechanical engineering website, and all the requirements will be listed there. Then we don't have expected overall IB score. You have to pass your IB program. You have to have a big diploma, but we don't have a minimum score. We don't have it for any of the high school diplomas from Turkey, from IB and not IB. So you have to pass it. The reason for that is because we also have our entry examination, which is online. And also concerning with the high-level courses and what kind of courses, you will have either to check on the website, or you can write me an email, and I can connect you to the people who can help you further in that. All right. There's a Turkish community. Approximately how many Turkish students are there? We don't have that many Turkish students at the moment at the University of Southern Denmark, or generally in Denmark. Or we do have a lot of exchange students, as we have very strong exchange connections. We cooperate with like Bilken University, for example, or Koç University. So we have students coming from these places for a semester. But we don't have that many full degree students. I think there are some engineering Turkish students, and also we started to get some application for the business programs from Turkish students, but we don't have that many yet. So I would say on campus, we don't have a Turkish community. There is a Turkish community, there are Turkish communities in the cities, but they are not huge, I would say. Not compared to maybe to other countries like Germany. So you are not many Turkish students at the University of Southern Denmark for sure, which could be also nice, because you'll get a chance to interact with other students with other nationalities and explore those. All right, please feel free to write more questions if you have any. Otherwise, I'm just here.
Thank you very much for the great presentation, Julia. It was very informative for the attendees, and we had a lot of questions. You covered them all. Thank you for your answers as well. Could you please share an email address on the chat box, so the participants have further questions, they can contact you later on?
Yes, I will do that.
Thank you. In the meantime, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Umarım sizin için de faydalı bir webinar olmuştur. University of Southern Denmark ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için Bunda paylaşılmış olan mail adresinden Julia'ya her zaman ulaşabilirsiniz. Bir sonraki webinarlarımızda görüşmek üzere.
And I can see that I can only send to hosts and panelists. So if you could,
Yes,
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 that's great.
I just did it. Thank you so
Yes,
much,
that's great.
Julia. It was great to have you in IFT Talks.
Oh, my pleasure, my pleasure. Teşekkür ederim.
Teşekkürler. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye bye.